edition of Steppin' Up Fitness. Today we're going to be talking about a very simple, easy to perform cardio program. Let's get that heart rate up. Our first exercise is a cherry picker. Pat's going to start in a good athletic position with his toes pointed forward, his hands at his side. He's going to drop straight down towards the ground, dropping his hands just in front of his ankles and his feet back. This will be done for 30 seconds to begin, extending to 45 seconds as you feel stronger over time, and then completing ultimately with 1 minute per exercise. Our next exercise is a mountain climber. Pat's going to start in a good athletic position, toes pointed forward, dropping down, placing his hands just in front of his feet, his head up, and his hips parallel with his shoulders. He'll rotate his legs as fast as he can go. For a beginner for 30 seconds, an intermediate for 45 seconds, and an advanced person 1 minute full. At this point in the workout, it's a good time to check your pulse. We're looking for a pulse at this point to be between 110 and 125 beats per minute. Simply find your pulse in your wrist or your neck, count the beats for 30 seconds, multiply that by 2, and you have your heart rate. Our next exercise is simple ball taps. Pat's going to start in that good athletic position, toes pointed forward, his hands behind his head in what we call a cop position, his chin up, parallel to the floor, standing tall, 1 foot at a time, rotating as fast as he can, tapping the top of the ball. This will be done again for 30 seconds if you're a beginner, 45 seconds if you're intermediate, and an advanced athlete for 1 minute. Our next exercise is a lateral cone jump. As always, Pat starts in his athletic position with his toes pointed forward, his hands at his side, his chin parallel to the floor, a slight bend of the knees, and begin. A simple burst of power, laterally, back and forth, over the cones, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute for the more advanced athlete. This is a great time in the workout for our second heart rate check. Pat's going to find that pulse in his wrist or in your neck. For 30 seconds, count the beats, multiply that by 2, getting your heart rate. At this point, we want to see it above 135 for an average person. Our next exercise is a jumping jack variation called jumping jack flash. Patrick's going to start with his toes pointed forward, good athletic position, slight bend of the knees, hand to the side, chin parallel to the floor. He's simply going to jumping jack 5 times, standing tall, then dropping to the heels, and 5 more. This would be done 30 seconds for a beginner, 45 seconds for an intermediate, and 1 minute for a more advanced athlete. Our next exercise is a front back jump. Pat's going to start in his standard good athletic position, toes pointed forward, slight bend of the knees, hand at his side, and his chin parallel to the floor. He's going to jump forward and back. Remember to be very cautious as you do this, to make sure the object you're jumping over is something that you can clear, so you don't trip while going backwards and hurt yourself. 30 seconds for beginners, 45 seconds for intermediate, and 1 minute for advanced athletes. Our last exercise is a power up. Patrick will start in his normal athletic position, toes forward, slight bend of the knees. Chin parallel to the floor. He'll drop down to the floor to begin, touching his heels and straight up to the ceiling. We want to get as powerful and as high as you can as you move through this exercise. It is by far the most taxing exercise in this workout. Now that we've completed our workout, Patrick's going to do his final heart rate check. Again, finding it in the wrist or in the neck, 30 seconds, counting the beats, multiplying it by 2. We'd like to see that heart rate above 150, again for an average person. Okay, let's remember with cardio programs to monitor your heart rate both at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the workout. Today is just a sample. Any standard cardiovascular exercise can be done. Try to do it first by time, extending the amount of time as you move through. Have a great day.